Aloha and welcome to our review of the 2011 Audi A8. Now, being Audi's flagship product, they've thrown absolutely everything they know about car manufacture into this car, and the results are staggeringly good. Not only does the A8 look fantastic, it also commands a lot of road presence, but it's the interior of this car that really stands out, which I'm about to demonstrate. Stay tuned. Let's start things off with what Audi calls Audi Drive Select. There's basically 4 separate modes you can put the car into. There's Comfort, Auto, Dynamic, and Individual. I personally prefer the Comfort mode because I think that's the whole point of this car, and if you buy a car this expensive, you should never have to deal with road bumps ever again. Now, you control Audi's MMI interface using this jog tile with buttons surrounding it. Each button corresponds to a shortcut on the edge of the screen. And it takes a little getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, it's kind of a breeze to use. Right now I'm going to try and race the car. For that I have to press the button on the top left, and the car should go up on its suspension. It's got an adjustable height, so if you're going up speed bumps, it's kind of useful to use. Also, for 2011, Audi's introduced something called MMI Touch, which is this amazing touchpad / LCD screen rolled into one, which does this. It changes with the kind of drive mode you've put the car into, and it also has handwriting recognition, so you can sort of scribble things down on it. The car tries to recognize what you've written down, and it's useful when you want to try and navigate to a place. You just have to write down where you need to go. Now, chances are, if you have an Audi A8, you also have a driver to drive you around in it, and in that case, you'll spend a lot of your time fiddling with the million or two buttons you get in the rear seat entertainment system. Now, this is an optional extra, but I highly recommend you get it because it kind of completes the car's luxury look. There's buttons to adjust your ventilated seats, 3 separate modes for that. There's buttons to adjust your radio, your media. You get 3.5mm jacks. You can also update the sat nav from here, so you don't have to really talk to the driver about that. You get a 10.2-inch display right built into the headrest before you, and there's an interesting thing about this car is its panoramic sunroof, which there's 2 of those. The one at the back is a lot larger, and they're both electrically adjustable from the console in the front right there. Now, I wasn't kidding when I said Audi's thrown absolutely everything in here, because believe it or not, there's still more buttons, and these are the controls for your electrically adjustable seats. There's 22 separate ways you can adjust the seats in the A8, and each seat has its own separate control at the back. Of course, the A8 would also be incomplete without its own little refrigerator, and it does actually come with one right over here. Let's close that up. And to top it all off, there's separate controls for your massage, which are located here. You can choose between pulse and waves and all of those things. And the center console also has a small table built into it. Now, it's not a very sturdy table. I would say it's good enough for a small laptop or a small notepad. You can or drinks. You can scribble stuff on there, and it goes back down into the center console. You wouldn't even know it was there. Finally, the A8 also comes with a laptop charger or accessory charger right here. 230 volts, 50 hertz. And that wraps up our review for the phenomenal Audi A8. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.